Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Herders. I'm Rich.
And I'm Nick.
And today is our discussion day. You look surprised. You know what we were recording. You got a discussion. you talking? Like,
yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah. Oh, look at that Hulk.
Hulk has taken over your beard.
Yeah, I knew it was discussion day. What are we discussing?
We are discussing, so there have been some rumors circulating about a PlayStation 4.5 or a PlayStation 4K, as it's kind of being called.
Yes.
Essentially, this is really all but confirmed at this. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
There's been developers saying
like it's real.
Yeah, it sounds real. Sony hasn't commented on any of it though. But today we're going to be discussing if we would want PlayStation 4.5.
Are we angry about it?
How we'd feel. Yeah. So we're gonna. So when you heard this story, what did you initially think about it?
No. All right.
Cool. End the discussion. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
So no, we should further set up exactly what this beast is.
Okay.
For people who might not have heard the news. So apparently, Sony is readying development, maybe production, of a new version of the PlayStation 4, which will be not like in the past when they had like the PlayStation 3 Slim version. Yeah. This is going to be a new, almost like a new console in a way. It's going to be faster.
It's going to be essentially an upgraded PlayStation 4.
Upgraded, like a super juiced, like they hit NAS on it. And
cranking it up to 11.
Yes, it's going to be able to display at 4K frame rate.
Yeah.
Blah.
So it's going to be better for the PlayStation VR, things like that. Now the rumor is that they're going to announce it prior to PlayStation VR.
So probably E3.
You can assume this might be their big E3 or like Paris Games Week or something.
Yeah. Additionally, the word on this is there will not be games that only come out for this, but it will make newer games
look better. Yeah.
My initial reaction to this was, that's nice. Not gonna get it. You have a 4K TV?
Nope.
You gonna get a 4K TV?
Probably
then
not.
Who the hell cares?
For the 4K, if it just does 4K, I would agree with you. But if it gets to the point where, okay, well, it's going to run this better and this thing better, and I could see this being every game, yes, is still compatible with your PlayStation 4, but it runs better and it does these other things on PlayStation 4K.
It's going to have to do a whole lot for me to drop $450, $500.
Well, that's the thing. Like, why would they do this? Like, I get from a power perspective, but I don't know why, from a marketing point, they would want to do this.
The shittiest thing is, all right, I've had my PS4 for a year.
I've had mine since launch.
So we've had it for some time. You've had it longer. There are people who just got a PS4.
Yeah.
Literally. That sucks for them. Should do your homework. These rumors are out there. But like, that sucks.
These rumors have only been out there for...
Right, but I mean, like, somebody today bought one. You know?
Sure.
That definitely sucks for them. I don't get why you... Like, it's not like they're like last generation where they were behind the 360 constantly.
Yeah.
They are far and away.
They don't need to do this. There's no reason to do this.
I don't get it. The only reason to do this would be if developers who are developing VR stuff where the Vive and Oculus are like, look, these things that run with PCs, they're just so far ahead, like,
or just games in general where they're like, hey, we need more power. But
it's going to take a lot to convince me.
You're going to put them both out there at the same time, and then you're going to, then developers are going to have to develop two separate games to run on normal PlayStation 4 and run on a higher specs PlayStation 4.
See, I don't think
is that going to be an issue?
I don't think that's what it's going to be, though. Right?
I don't know.
Because that's going to really complicate. That takes up retail
space.
That takes up. Then those games, you would imagine, they could easily say, and they're $15 more.
Well, and it loses the point with, I'm not a PC gamer. I play 1 to 2 games a year on PC.
I play fewer than that.
And part of the nice thing about the reason I play on consoles is every console is the same, and every PlayStation 4 game I buy is going to work on that. Now, if I buy a PC game, I don't know unless I look. Obviously, I can look at the specs, but like every PC game is not going to run on my PC. And you see problems with PC games, like, oh, well, it's this specific driver on these types of computers that are giving this PC game the problem, or it's this thing and it's that thing. And this will be one more thing that developers have to worry about. And then you get to the point of, if Joe Schmo, John Smith walks into a store and is like, oh, I want to get a PS4. Well, do you want the PS4 or do you want the PS4 4K? Well, this game you're going to buy, this runs on the PS4, but it doesn't run as good on the...
I don't think that's what's going to happen. I don't think they're going to...
This reminds me of Nintendo launching their new Nintendo 3DS.
And that's part of what I was going to bring up for two things. There's two
Okay.
reasons I want to bring that up. Number one is, I think that if a lot of people who already own this buy this new system, we are helping shape a not good precedent.
Yep.
There is something great about what you said, about how we just, when you buy a system, you know that every game that comes out for it's going to work. There's something great about the life cycles of systems.
Yep.
I don't want that to shrink. Like, you know what happens if we all jump on board this and then we tell them that a life cycle of a system can be cut in half? Eventually, that cut in half time is going to get cut in half again.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's going to be new consoles every year. And what precedent are we setting?
Now, I would be more interested if they were like, here's a $60 add-on. Peripheral, or you can switch something out. It's really easy.
Mm-hmm.
Even grandma can do it. Switch it in, switch it out. There you go. You don't have to buy a $400 thing. You can buy a $50 or $100.
That would be great. And maybe
but then you also get into. But then you have the same problem there too of the PC as well. These PlayStation 4s have this peripheral, and these ones don't. And this.
But see, I think that thing that you would add in, I think that all this is going to do is going to make it able to be 4K for 4K televisions. I don't think we're going to get separate games. I really don't. They're not going to do that.
I don't think we'll get separate games, but I think we're going to get separate content. I think there will be, oh, well,
maybe.
It's just like with the new 3DS. Well, for Majora's Mask on old 3DS, it works great. But if you have it on the new 3DS, you can use the thumbstick, and you can do this, and you can do that. Like, there's extra, going to be bonus content.
Maybe the better example is Hyrule Warriors, which apparently runs like shit on the old 3DS.
Sure, and then it runs decently on...
Yeah. But, see, this is 2.0, why I wanted to bring up the new 3DS. For those who don't know, the Nintendo 3DS, a new version of the 3DS came out, and essentially came out over a year ago, and there's been basically one exclusive game.
Yep.
And you bought this thing.
I did.
You got a cool one. You got a cool Zelda one.
Yeah.
You got a cool collectible thing. But in my opinion, most people who bought that got burned.
Yep.
And I'm surprised that you would want to take that chance again.
I'm not saying I want to take that chance again. I don't want.
But you said that you would get it. Probably. I'm saying I don't care.
I'm
saying I don't care until I know.
I never said I'd probably get it.
I thought you did.
No.
Rewind it.
Yeah, rewind it. Because I don't think I ever said that.
You're back, he said it, I told you.
Because my other concern is, so here they are. I have a PlayStation VR pre-ordered for the fall. So they're asking us to put down $400 to $500 for PlayStation VR. And then they're going to turn around and say, great, give us another $400 to $500 for a better PlayStation that will better run the PlayStation VR that you just spent $500
which
to buy.
Possibly one of the biggest perks of it.
Which
at launch
PlayStation 4 has
is
its own processing unit.
But this, all right. So first of all, one of the greatest selling points of PlayStation VR is look at us. We're four. What is it? $399.
Yeah.
Start $399 if you already have the camera and all of that. So much cheaper than Oculus. Plus, you already have the system, and so you're saving a lot of money on the PC. Blah blah blah. It's way less expensive than those other ones. But like you're saying, if you're saying to really run it the right way, you need this new one.
To run it the best, the optimal, high setting, high PC max settings.
$500.
Yep.
Plus the $400.
Yep.
Which is really $500 because you probably don't already have the camera. So now you're at maybe $1,000. And then, if you're already going to drop $500 on this one, that the other main perk of it is that it runs in 4K, you need a 4K television, and all of a sudden you're paying more than you would have paid for the Oculus or the Vive, and then it's a joke.
But see, the one
hidden costs.
yes and no. The one argument I have against that is if you are going to get Oculus or you're going to get Vive, you need a really high-powered PC to run those things.
I'm saying if you get the TV...
So,
you get
alright, if you forget the TV, if you just get a PlayStation 4K and you get a PlayStation VR, it will still only be the price as the Vive alone.
This stuff.
Well, yeah. At this point, I'm assuming they have a TV.
No.
We're assuming that the consumer who is buying a game system probably has a TV at their place, and otherwise they wouldn't be buying a game system for that TV. But even if they're both $400, that's still the price of Vive on its own.
Yeah.
So ultimately, and if they're buying Vive for $100, do they have a PC to run Vive?
Richard, you can't even have VR porn.
Maybe.
Oh, is that a thing?
There's rumor of the PlayStation VR being compatible with computers.
I did hear that. That's right.
So, VR porn all around.
Maybe. All around your face.
But yeah, so...
This is a real thing, though.
Yeah,
we're sure.
I would be shocked if this wasn't a real thing.
And everybody's sure of it being a real thing now. They shouldn't even wait till E3. Whenever they were going to wait for it, they should just...
The only thing I could see them doing is if it's like, hey, like almost just sending this dev kit out to developers to be like, what you can do with see what you can do with it.
You gonna keep your PS4?
Yeah.
If you upgraded.
I've got PT on there. I can't get rid of that.
That's what I'm saying. You got PT.
I'm not getting rid of my PS4. I've never sold.
But besides that one demo,
I have never sold a console in my life.
But have you ever bought the same console essentially twice and kept them both when they were
3DS. I still have my old 3DS.
But you had a collector's edition of that.
I do have a collector's edition of that. And I have PT on my current PS.
Literally the only reason to keep a PS... If you're going to upgrade this, the only reason that
I have two Genesis.
Okay. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's...
No, I know.
Like...
It's still the same gen. Like, it's...
Crazy. If you are somebody who thinks that you are going to upgrade and you don't care if you have PT, you should get rid of that shit now while you can still get money for it.
And then here's the thing, there are a lot of people who are fine with it, who have that disposable income to be like, oh, a new thing coming out, it's been a few years, great. Kind of the argument that I've heard about this, we do it with our phones, we do it with a lot of different stuff, is it's just a yearly cycle, or every couple of years we upgrade. And consoles have never been like that. So for some people, this may just be like, oh, okay, it's been a couple of years, whatever, I'll drop the money. But to people who, when the PS4 came out, were like, okay, it's been announced, it's coming out in 6-8 months. I have 8 months to scrape and save for this thing. And then they saved all their money and then they bought it. And they buy a couple games a year and now they're like, well, crap, do I have to buy this? I'm scraping and saving for this PlayStation VR you guys want me to buy, and now I got to do it again for a PlayStation 4.5? Like, what?
The only good thing for those people that I would say is if you're somebody who doesn't care about this possibly faster system, the price of the normal PS4 is going to have to go down.
Oh, yeah.
So, good for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't got a PS4 yet, probably wait.
But I think that we both probably heard the same conversation. Colin Moriarty, he brought up a good point about this whole thing.
Yeah.
There's basically 3 outcomes that could happen from this. 1, this derails the momentum of the PS4.
Yep.
2, it doesn't really have any effect. Or 3, it somehow makes the PS4 even more popular. And that last one's probably not something that would happen from a more expensive system. So then what the hell's the point of this?
Because you can't, this is already the more popular system. It's already selling incredibly well. You can't sell any better. I don't see how it could sell any better.
This is if in the first Avengers, they brokered this deal to split money with Sony and add Spider-Man for no reason. They didn't need it then. They need Spider-Man now. Yeah. Because momentum has kind of shifted and Star Wars is out and stuff.
But there's no momentum shift. PS4
exactly.
is
It doesn't
still...
make any sense. This is putting Spider-Man in the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
What the hell's the point? I don't... Personally, we'll see... We're speculating. We're speculating what this thing is. It could be... It could actually just be worth it. But right now, to me, what I'm saying is I think that people buying this... People who already own a PS4 buying a second system right now is setting a dangerous precedent. Yeah.
It literally could be... Here's PlayStation 4... It has 4K support. It's the same thing. It has 4K support. It has a little bit more processing power in it to support that 4K. But that's it. It's not like we're built... It could very well be something like that, where it's like, oh, here's everyone's in the 4K mode.
If that's what it is, there's no chance I buy it.
No, I don't care about that. Yeah. But if it's like if it's better and it really ends up being, this would be one of those things where, I jumped on the new 3DS when that came out. We were like together at the same time.
Like, a really cool version though.
There was a really cool version. There was a collector's Zelda Majora's Mask version that I bought. I pre-ordered it right away, and I'm like, I'm in, I'm on board, I'm buying this thing. Nintendo's going to release these exclusives for it, great. And then nothing happened. So for this, especially if I end up getting PSVR, I will be waiting on PlayStation 5, 4.5, 4K. There's no point to do it right away. Unless they come out and they'll go, well, none of the new games coming out works on it. So Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be a PS4K exclusive.
That's the kind of thing that would kill them.
Yep.
They have to know that.
That's the
kind of thing where, like, right now I'm in a mindset where, like, I'm like, all right, anything that comes out for both systems, I'm just going to get for PS4.
Yeah.
The Xbox One is kind of like, it's there, I like it, but I like PS4
it's a nice thing to have.
Right now, I will be like, screw you, Sony. Those games that come out on both, I'm getting for Xbox One.
They've been doing so well since the launch of the PS4 and before launch. They've gone to that mindset of gamers first, games, putting gamers first. Everything they've said, everything they've done has been right on the mark for gamers as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Doing this reminds me of when the PS3 came out and they said, it's $600, you're going to buy it because you love us and go for it. And then it tanked.
Mm-hmm.
This could be another one of those moments, and I really hope they're not just getting greedy. Because if they announce this, who's going to buy a PS4? If they come out in E3 and they say, we're making a PS4K...
Because there'll be a price drop, and people...
There will be a price drop, but if they say, okay, so you're releasing PSVR in October. They'd be really stupid.
What I'm saying is the people who are going to buy this are the people who already own one. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you're setting such bad precedent.
Well, I know, I get that. But there's also people who don't own a PS4 yet who...
I don't think they're waiting. Like,
but this might be there's going to be a more power... people who don't buy stuff on day one wait to get the bugs worked out and all the stuff. And they're like, okay, I'll get it when I get it. I don't
we're
care.
like years in.
Like, I know people who are play games a lot who still don't have a PS4 yet. So my concern at this point then is, if you announce at E3, you have PlayStation VR coming out in October. They'd be really stupid if they put this thing out in the fall, alongside PSVR. Because who's going to go out and, are people really going to go drop almost $1,000 on...
But the people who would want this thing are also, I feel like, people who would buy PSVR, and you want PSVR to be a big launch, so if they don't already have one...
But they've already got such a big install base, they don't need it.
You would think. I don't know.
Because as soon as they announce there's a better one coming, they're not going to sell nearly as many PlayStation 4 normal ones they could.
Yeah, you would think.
If there wasn't this
And then Xbox has a window.
Yep. And that's their chance to step in and say, here's whatever crazy thing they decide to do.
They have to have a reason. They've handled this whole generation so well. Mm-hmm. I'd be shocked, but...
Don't throw it away now.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's really all that we can say now.
Yeah, again, nothing officially has been said, nothing officially has been announced, but I do feel like it's kind of been all but confirmed. Mm-hmm. I'm sure we'll talk more as this story develops. Maybe not until E3. But
cool.
Yeah, that'll wrap it up. If you want to hear more of our thoughts or thoughts as news comes out, you can find both of us on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at Rich Belson.
I'm at Stonks.
The channel's on Twitter at oabeer_official, and you can email us at overabeerofficial@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/overabeer. We're on Instagram now as well. We are on Instagram at over_aa_beer. You can find all kinds of fun behind-the-scenes photos, things like that. We're doing some weekly stuff there, too. Movies nobody's watching Mondays. So every Monday we're going to post a movie that nobody in the world is watching. Movies like Clock Stoppers and Nothing But Trouble, which we have done so far. And we're going to do a Forgotten Movies Friday. So call it kind of really good movies that sort of fell by the wayside and have been forgotten.
Yep, and really,
Yeah.
And really bad movies, too, on Tuesdays.
Oh, we're doing bad movies Tuesdays?
Mondays.
Mondays.
Yes.
Movies nobody is watching Mondays.
Movies nobody's watching, yeah. Those are good.
So, over_a_beer there. You can find us on YouTube, not by a custom YouTube URL yet, because we don't have it. So if you like these videos, please share them with your friends and subscribe to our channel. But until next time, we will see you guys later. Drink up. So what was yours? Butter us up?
No, if that's your jam, then butter me up.
Rover beer, if that's your jam, butter me up.